Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And welcome back to WJSN 97.3 King of Mountain Sports. A big 55th District matchup, Steve, here at the banks of the Pambo Lake.
Yeah, Breathitt County and Wolfe County trying to see who's going to be the number 1 seed come district tournament time coming up here in about a week or so.
And it's hard to believe we're that close to the 55th District tournament. Man, where did it go to?
We'll get everything set. We are on YouTube tonight as well for those that would like to watch that are listening in.
And we have an extremely clear picture on YouTube. Steve, tell our audience how they can tune in to YouTube.
Go to YouTube and then search WJSN 97.3. Do it in that order, and you'll wind up finding our stream. We're going to run down the lineup real quick for Breathitt County. Leading off is Howard. He's behind the plate. Also for the Bobcats, batting second is the first baseman Tincher. On the mound is Andrew Combs. He's batting third. Cleanup hitter is a shortstop, Bellamy. I've got 52 Howard. That is actually, Turner behind the plate leading off. I apologize. That was a typo on my part. Howard is at third batting fifth. Crisp in right field batting sixth. Cox is the DH tonight in the 7th spot. Aiden Combs at second batting eighth. Stacy's in center field batting ninth. And the left fielder Richie not batting. We'll get down Wolfe County's defensive alignment in just a moment. First pitch to Turner is taken for strike 1.
Of course, Breathitt County had a big win last night over another district opponent, Jackson City, 20-2-3.
This is the 0-1 pitch. Little bloop single, straightaway center field, leadoff single for Robbie Turner and the Breathitt County Bobcats. Here's Breathitt County with the leadoff man aboard, trying to take an early lead here in the bottom of the first.
And number 12, Brady Tincher, the junior, up to bat for the Bobcats. Bobcats had 3 home runs last night out of the park.
Yep. You had Tincher, Andrew Combs, and Bellamy as Turner takes a lead at first. Oliver sets, delivers to the plate, skips in the dirt for ball 1. Runner stays at first base.
Bobcats has Turner at first.
As Oliver sets, going from the stretch with the runner at first, and he'll deliver. I say deliver. He's still waiting. Now delivers the 0-1. Excuse me, 1-0. There's a one hopper to the center fielder as Turner had to wait for it to see if it would drop, and it does, and he gets to second in time as now Andrew Combs to the plate for Breathitt County. Bobcats a runner in scoring position already. Nobody out.
You know, Oliver has an ERA of 1.15.
Runners at first and second for Wolfe County, or for Breathitt County. Wolfe County scoreless in their half of the first. Bobcats trying to take a lead. There's a one hopper to third, snagged by Holland. Foot race to the bag. I think he actually tagged the runner. So fielder's choice for Andrew Combs, and Breathitt County still with two aboard. Runners at first and second.
And one out here, and this field it is in great shape. Grass green trimmed. One of the better fields in the 14th region, if not the best.
As Oliver sets, checks the runners, delivers to the plate. Bellamy will take strike one. So Oliver quickly ahead in the count. No balls, one strike.
Number 8, Isaac Bellamy, a junior.
And if you're watching the YouTube stream, you'll have to bear with us as we kind of get some bugs worked out as we go. No balls, one strike to Bellamy at the plate. Oliver sets, now delivers. Outside taken for ball one. Count even at a ball and a strike.
Bobcats has runners at first and second. Of course, Bobcats now have a runner in scoring position.
A lot of room down that left field line. If Bellamy could yank one there, could potentially score a run as Oliver sets. Runners don't go any farther, and Bellamy will foul off the 1-1 out of play for strike two. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. Breathitt County trying to take an early lead. They got back-to-back singles to start the bottom of the first. Trying to get at least one across. Oliver, who started the first game, went a couple of innings. On the bump again for the Wolves, and 1-2 is up and away for ball 2. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wolfe County defensively, Oliver on the mound, Wilson behind the plate, third to first in order. Holland, Wisman, Evans, Boyles, left to right in order. Fallen, Mullins. Oliver kicks the break-even pitch in the dirt. Low for ball 3. Count goes full.
One of the umpires tonight is veteran official Dirk Flincham in the field. Looks like Eddie or Brownie behind the plate, but I can't tell.
That's who I think it is as well. As Oliver sets, checks both runners. Not really holding either one. Delivers the payoff pitch. Outside ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Bellamy will load the bases for the Bobcats. And that will bring Bash Howard to the plate, the freshman for Breathitt County.
Number 34, Sebastian Bash Howard.
As Howard, a little over a week ago, got back in the lineup against these Wolfe County Wolves. And he's up with 1 out and the bases loaded as Oliver winds, delivers up and away for ball 1. A hit here could potentially score a couple of runs. You got Tincher at third for the Bobcats, Combs at second, Bellamy at first. So good speed all the way around for Breathitt County as Oliver winds. The 1-0 to Howard across for strike 1. Count even at a ball and a strike.
Bobcats need to take advantage of these situations. Don't come often.
Here's the 1-1 from Oliver. Outside corner for strike 2.
Just a beautiful Wednesday afternoon for high school 55th District baseball. We do want to thank everybody for tuning in to 97.3.
Break-even pitch is upstairs for ball 2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oliver will step off to reset. If he's in the Major League Baseball, that's his one time he gets to step off.
The count is on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Count is on.
Count even at 2-2. Here's the break-even pitch. That's why we keep the screen up.
Steve Neese moves well.
Yeah.
For a 44-year-old gentleman.
Not 44 yet, but will be soon. Oh, man. Like I said, that's why we keep these screens here. This press box needs to be behind home plate, not over top of the first base dugout. Break-even pitch again from Oliver. Winds delivers. This is line driving to right field. Breathitt County is going to take the early lead here in the bottom of the first. They plate 1. Bases still loaded. And Howard comes through with a 1-out, bases loaded RBI single. 1-0 Breathitt County.
Bobcats on the board first as number 0, Eli Crisp, a freshman. He pitched a few innings last night in the win over Jackson City.
Breathitt County with a 1-0 lead as Oliver, first pitch, check swing, back to the pitcher. Oliver throws to the plate, gets the out at the plate. They throw to first for out number 2. So Wolfe County gets a double play to get out of the jam. Damage done, though. Breathitt County with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second. Due up for Wolfe County 4, 5, 6. Molans, Fallon, Holland back in 1. This is WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
WJSN 97.3 King of Mountain Sports. Steve, the Bobcats have struck first.
Yeah, they have. They got a 1-0 lead, and last matchup between these two teams, it was Wolfe County striking early and taking that very important early lead as this time roles reversed, and it's Breathitt County leading 1-0. They had the bases loaded with 1 out. That situation, you'd really love to score more than just 1 run, but Wolfe County able to get that double play, get out of the inning, and move on to the top of the second. For Wolfe County, due up are 4, 5, 6. That's Molans, Fallon, and Holland. And then followed by Wisman, should one of those reach.
We want to thank our good friend, Coach Gary Bolin, over in Boonville, tuning in 97.3, along with Alan Shaw and Bessie Burnett, Timmy Hurl, and Sam Noble across Breathitt County.
Scoreboard on YouTube may say 1 out, but there is not 1 out to start the top of the second. Like I said, we got some bugs we got to work out. We'll get those as we go. Breathitt County with that 1-0 lead. They did strand a couple of runners, got 3 hits in the bottom of the first. As Molans digs in for Wolfe County. Leading off the top of the second, Andrew Combs winds, delivers. First pitch lifted high into left center field. Breathitt County converging, and it'll be Ritchie, the left fielder, going back and making the catch for out number 1.
You said it last night, Steve, the Bobcats have a very good defensive outfield. A lot of speed.
Yeah, and last night probably a little better defensively, although even with Crisp in right field, don't lose a whole lot, honestly. He's a freshman. Maybe just the experience side is really all you lose. But first pitch to Fallon is taken low for ball 1.
Number 17, Chance Fallon, a freshman.
But again, Crisp in right field, very athletic, good to decent speed over in right field as the 1-0 to Fallon here, taken for strike 1. Count even at a ball and a strike.
Bases are empty here at the Breathitt County Baseball Complex.
Combs with the 1-1 delivery. Breaking ball stays up. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
1-0 Bobcats leading Wolfe County in an all-important 55th District showdown.
Perfect weather. And I say perfect, might be a little chilly. Some ball out and playing with the lenses here with our cameras. 3-1 to count to Fallon at the plate. Combs winds, delivers, and it's taken low for ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Fallon. And he'll be at first as Holland will come to the plate. And for Wolfe County, that is Jaden Holland.
Jaden Holland, number 22. He is a freshman for Coach Matthew Rigsby.
Combs will throw over to first as falling back in time. Breathitt County really likes to catch those runners as they're taking their lead. Combs from the stretch with the runner at first. Delivers to the plate. It's outside corner, taken for strike one.
Nice pitch by Combs. Combs will play college baseball at the next level, just waiting to see which way or where he goes.
As he throws over the first again, falling back safely. He had originally said maybe decide on the 18th. I think he's kind of backed off that date a little bit, wants to take a few more visits. Has a lot of options from what I understand. Is
good.
The 0-1 taken for strike two.
Yeah, it's a big decision for the next 4 years, maybe 5 years. So, yeah, he needs to take his time and pray about it.
Absolutely. Combs gets it across, a swing and a miss by Holland for strike three. That's out number two. Here in the top of the second, Holland will stay at first base.
Combs has an ERA of 4.24 for the Bobcats wearing their home whites. Blue pinstripes.
Throw back over the first, falling again, back safely.
Breathitt must have 3 or 4 different uniforms.
They've got blue jerseys, black jerseys, and then the white with pinstripe. And then they've got white pants with blue piping as runner goes on the first pitch here. It's going to be the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be first pitch taken for ball one, but doesn't matter. Runner was caught still in that second base. And with that, we get ready to take a 1-minute break. Breathitt County leads 1-0 going to the bottom of the second. Due up for Breathitt County. 7-8-9. That's Cox, Aiden Combs, and Stacy. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Breathitt County High School Baseball Complex. Bobcats with a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of inning number 2. And Breathitt County will have Cox, Aiden Combs, and Stacy. That's 7-8-9 in the lineup. Breathitt County in the first had 1 run on 3 hits. They stranded a couple of runners, Oliver took 18 pitches to get through that first inning. So we go to the bottom of the second. Breathitt County would love to add to that lead with Cox, Combs, and Stacy.
And up the bat for the Bobcats, like Steve just said. Number 2, Cox.
Takes the first pitch for ball 1.
Cox, a junior for the Bobcats. Also, they got that light blue uniform, too, with dark blue pinstripes.
Haven't really worn that yet this year, though. As the 1-0 taken for ball 2.
I think I saw him 1 game like that on pictures of 1 game.
Okay.
On Facebook.
So 2 balls, no strikes to Cox, leading off the bottom of the second for Breathitt County as Oliver winds, delivers. Cox will lift this into right field, but out of play for strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Cox at the plate for Breathitt County. And he'll take the 2-1 for strike 2.
Cox being very patient in the box on that one.
Break-even pitch goes outside, runs the count full, 3-2. Cox trying to be second inning in a row with a leadoff man aboard for Breathitt County. Got a full count and a payoff pitch coming from Oliver. He's got his sign. Oliver winds, delivers, swing and a miss for strike 3.
Bobcats still leading 1-0.
And that'll be one out here in the bottom of the second as Aiden Combs to the plate with the bases empty and one down.
Number 4, Aiden Combs. He is a 7th grader. Bases empty for the Bobcats.
Oliver winds, delivers. First pitch hits the outside corner, taken for strike 1.
That was a low one.
It's always important for the pitchers to get ahead early. Batters don't do as well when the pitcher leads with a strike. Here's the 0-1 from Oliver. This one's going to be lifted in the right field. Going over and settling under is Molans. He'll make the catch for out number 2.
Up next for the Bobcats, number 10, Dylan Stacy. Dylan is a junior for the Bobcats. Coach Justin Combs in his first year.
So 2 up, 2 down already for Breathitt County here in the bottom of the second as Stacy looking to start a 2-out rally for the Bobcats. Takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Stacy does a great job in that outfield. Very good defensively. Plenty of speed.
1-0, swing and a miss for strike 1. Count even at a ball and a strike.
Bases are empty for Breathitt County.
Here's the 1-1. Across for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stacy at the plate. 1-2 pitch. Lined foul, first base side. Keeps the count 1-2. Top of the lineup in the on-deck circle should Stacy reach, which is Turner.
Stacy trying to get some offense generated for Breathitt County.
Wind delivery from Oliver inside, taken for ball 2. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on for the Bobcats. They lead 1-0 here in the bottom of inning number 2 as Oliver winds that break-even pitch, and it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Breathitt County 3 up, 3 down. Here in the second, we go to the top half of the third. Still 1-0 Bobcats. Due up for Wolfe County, 7-8-9. Wisman, Molans, Voiles. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back at the Breathitt County High School baseball complex as Breathitt County, Wolfe County going to the top of the third. The Bobcats lead the Wolves 1-0 going to the top of the third. 7-8-9 coming up this half inning for Wolfe County. That'll be Wisman, Molans, and Voiles, if I say that right. That actually looks like Holland. Holland was at the plate. All right.
Number 34, Wisman.
No, Jaden Holland struck out. Wisman, then Molans. Yeah, that's right. Wisman, Molans, Voiles. I apologize. The one time I thought I was wrong, I was actually right. I'm kidding. I'm right. I'm wrong a lot. especially if my wife is listening. I am wrong a lot.
I'll let that one go.
As Westman will dig in, leading off the top of the third for Wolfe County. Again, 1-0 in favor of the Bobcats. Westman squared the bunt, pulled back, took ball one.
Like Steve said earlier, just a beautiful night for high school baseball.
1-0 taken upstairs for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to Westman at the plate. Wolfe County trying to tie the game here in the top of the third. Westman leading off the third. He'll bunt this one, bunts it in the air, but one hop Howard picks up, throws to first for out number 1.
One down. Up to the plate for Wolfe County, number 8, Truett Molans, a senior.
So Molans up with nobody on and 1 down. Andrew Combs winds, delivers across for strike 1. Combs is doing a good job staying ahead of the batters for the most part. 26 pitches so far, 15 strikes. Not on that 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio yet, but working on it as the 0-1, a breaking ball taken for strike 2.
Bases are empty for Wolfe County.
0-2 delivery in the dirt outside, but a swing and a miss as Turner will pick it up and tag Molans for out number 2 as the throw to third on the throw around goes into left field. 2 up, 2 down for Wolfe County here in the top of the third as Voiles at the plate with the bases empty. And first pitch to Voiles taken for ball 1.
Dalton Voiles, number 4, a junior.
As the 1-0, swing and a miss for strike 1, count even at a ball and a strike. Breathitt County stranded a couple of runners in the first. Had a 1-2-3 inning in the second. They want to come to the plate in the third, still with a 1-0 lead as the 1-1 to Voiles taken for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Wolfe County with a pitcher warming up over there. We'll get that in a minute as Voiles will foul off the 2-1 for strike 2.
Base is empty.
I want to say that's Molans, the center fielder, who actually got the win last week against Breathitt County. Warming up for the Wolves is a break-even pitch taken for strike 3.
What a pitch.
3 up, 3 down for Wolfe County here in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Bobcats. Top of the lineup coming to the plate for Breathitt County. Turner, Tincher, and Andrew Combs. Back in 1 minute. You're listening and watching WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
go to the bottom of the third inning. Breathitt County with a 1-0 lead over the Wolves, and due up for the Bobcats. 1-2-3. That is Turner, Tincher, Combs.
Bobcats look sharp early in this contest. Combs right on the money, showing why he can pitch at the next level. Andrew Combs. Big time 55th district matchup here in Jackson. Steve, any confirmation on when the district's going to start?
Nothing yet, as Robbie Turner takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball one. They're wanting to potentially start over the weekend, next weekend, but not sure if and when that will happen, if that's going to be able to be done or not, as the 1-0 pitch going to be fouled off. That'll play for strike one, count even at a ball and a strike. Oliver winds that 1-1 pitch. Foul tip for strike two.
Robbie Turner hitting .294 for the Bobcats. He handles the catching responsibilities.
Oliver winds, delivers, a swing and a miss for strike three. So Turner, who singled to lead off the bottom of the first for Breathitt County, goes down swinging here in the bottom of the third for the Bobcats, and that'll bring Tincher to the plate with the bases empty and one down.
Tincher, number 12, had a big night last night, big home run, hitting .416.
He'll come up with the bases empty and one out. He's singled in the first, came around to score a run as well. The only run of the game so far for either team is Oliver winds, delivers. First pitch, a breaking ball that stayed away. Taken for ball one.
Tincher has 3 home runs, 32 hits, 15 RBI, 7 doubles, 1 triple.
He had a big cut on that one as he fouls the 1-0 pitch. Back out of play for strike one. Count even at a ball and a strike.
Bobcats leading Wolfe County. Of course, Bobcats failed to Wolfe County last week 4-3 at Campton.
1-1 pitch, dribbled to third. Holland
close. No.
Wouldn't have made the throw, wouldn't have been in time anyway. Tincher had that beat out. It did go over the head. That's an infield single, at least as far as I'm concerned.
Good job by Tincher. Good legs to leg that one out.
It's the 4th hit of the night for Breathitt County. As Andrew Combs at the plate takes the first pitch upstairs for ball one.
Combs hitting .471.
One out, one on. Runner at first for Breathitt County. Combs looking to help Breathitt County add to that lead and help out his own cause, as the 1-0 is taken low and in for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes.
Bobcats has Tincher at first.
Combs reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning, was one of 2 runners stranded in that inning. As Oliver, the lefty, sets, checks the runner at first. Now delivers to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-0 Breathitt County. We are in the bottom of the third. Tincher with the, I was going to say,
yeah, same thing.
Yeah, decent lead. Not a great big lead, but a decent lead over at first base. As they throw to first and they overthrow it. Tincher was going anyway. He'll wind up at second base.
Aggressive base running by the Bobcats. Now they have a runner in scoring position with one out, leading 1-0.
2-1 count to Andrew Combs at the plate, so he's still ahead in the count. See if Combs can bring Tincher around. Oliver will set and deliver. Lifted into right center field. That ball is back. The outfielder's not going to be able to make the play. It does go off the fence. Combs will go to third, and Tincher, it's going to be Tincher to third, and Combs is second with a double. Tincher had to wait to make sure they weren't going to make the catch and make a play on that ball.
Yes.
That's why he had to kind of hold up. He was going to tag.
Combs is hitting the ball as good as anyone in Kentucky.
Absolutely. As Breathitt County with runners at second and third and one out. Bellamy at the plate. If he can get this in the outfield, even if it's caught in the air, more than likely score one run, and if it's a hit, could score a couple.
Bellamy hitting .283.
Breathitt County leading 1-0 at the moment here in the bottom of the third as Oliver sets, delivers, first pitch to Bellamy. He'll pop it foul and out of play for strike one.
Bobcats runners at second and third. Combs at second, Tincher at third.
No balls, one strike to Bellamy at the plate. As the it's going to be 0-1, goes outside for ball one, count even at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on for Breathitt County. Try to add to a 1-0 lead. They've got 1 run so far, 5 hits. So Breathitt County's been getting the ball in play. We talked about that last night on the broadcast, how important it is to put the ball in play and how good things happen when you do. As the 1-1 taken for strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, you got them on, time to get them in.
Yeah, you have to capitalize while runners are in scoring position.
Oliver delivers the 1-2 to the plate, taken upstairs for ball 2, count even at 2-2.
Bobcats leading 1-0, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here.
Oliver sets. He'll kick the break-even pitch to the plate. This one's low and away. Ball 3 runs the count full. 3-2.
Good job by Bellamy to hold off on that one. Bellamy, a veteran.
As the door blows open here in the press box. Full count to Bellamy, and the payoff pitch from Oliver. Big swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's a big out for Wolfe County. As that's out number 2, and runners still at second and third for the Bobcats as Bash Howard to come to the plate. And left up to him to help Breathitt County score another run. They lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning.
Bash Howard hitting .321, trying to get him back in the groove before the district tournament. Just a few weeks away, maybe just a week and a half away.
First pitch to Howard, a breaking ball across for strike 1.
Depending on the schedule that is to be announced. But the district tournament is held here in the friendly confines of Breathitt County.
It's going to be Howard singled off Oliver back in the first as he takes the 0-1 for strike 2. But Oliver quickly ahead in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for Breathitt County. They lead 1-0 in the bottom of the third as the 0-2 taken for strike 3. And Breathitt County will strand a couple of more runners in the third. We go to the top of the fourth. 1-0 Bobcats. Wolfe County with the top of the lineup coming to the plate. 1, 2, 3. That's Evans, Oliver and Wilson. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We go to the top of the 4th. Breathitt County leading Wolfe County 1-0. Breathitt County so far 1 run, 5 hits. They've stranded 4 runners. Wolfe County had a runner reach via a walk, but was gunned down at second base, so they've not stranded anybody. As we go to the top of the 4th, 1-0 Bobcats. Winner of this game will be the number 1 seed in the 55th District Tournament to be held either starting next week next weekend, not next week, next weekend, or starting the week of the 15th. We're not sure exactly the exact start date yet. Breathitt County will be the host for both baseball and softball 55th District tournaments. We do know that.
And we believe the baseball regional tournament at Prairie Central, and we think at Ledger Central for softball, right? That's what we're thinking.
Yeah, we want to say that's right.
Yeah, we think we're right.
As Breathitt County with a 1-0 lead. As we go to the top of the 4th, Wolfe County will have 1, 2, 3 coming up. That'll be Evans, Oliver, and Wilson. Evans grounded out back in the first inning. 0 for 1 so far.
Bobcats leading 1-0. We are in the 4th inning, the top of the 4th here. Oh, right down the middle by Combs. Combs pitching well so far.
Yeah, had no balls, 1 strike.
And we do want to remind folks about the UK John Calipari Satellite Basketball Camp coming to Jackson City Tuesday, June the 6th. Coach John Calipari, his coaching staff, all of his Wildcats, managers, trainers, all the assistant coaches will be at Jackson City June the 6th. For an individual camp for campers 7 to 17, boys and girls, not only in Breathitt County, but anywhere in the state can attend.
The 1-1 pitch was taken for ball 2. Now the 2-1 delivery goes upstairs for ball 3, and Evans in a hitter's count here, 3 balls and 1 strike.
And for folks just tuning in, Steve, we're live tonight on YouTube.
Yep. 3-1 pitch popped up foul, and it'll go out of play down the third base side for strike 2. Runs the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes.
We're in the 4th. We're on the banks of Pambo Lake in Jackson, Kentucky. It'll be me and Lance Turner tomorrow evening on the mics.
Combs winds the payoff pitch. Taken for strike 3. And 1 up, 1 down for Wolfe County here in the 4th. Bring Oliver to the plate. Base is empty. 1 out. He struck out in the first inning. 0 for 1 thus far.
We'll have the Breathitt County Lady Cats versus the Elsa County Lady Owls on Thursday, tomorrow, and Bluegrass Show on Friday.
Some big cut from Oliver. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Oliver hitting .278 for the Wolves, dressed in their roll black. Tops, white pants, blue helmets.
Yeah, blue numbers and letters, white trim on that as well as the 0-1 upstairs for ball 1. Of course, Breathitt County, we talked about them earlier in their home white with blue pinstripes, cats across the front, numbers both in blue. As the 1-1 is swinging a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Oliver. At the plate, 1 out. And the base is empty. Payoff pitch. Swinging a miss for strike 3.
Combs gunning them down. Very accurate, Steve.
2 up, 2 down for Wolfe County here in the top of the 4th. And that'll bring Wilson to the plate. 2 outs, base is empty.
Braden Wilson hitting .288 for Wolfe County.
He flied out the center in the first. Actually hit it fairly well before Stacy made a play on it. And he'll take the first pitch, throwing away for ball 1.
Bases are empty here for Wolfe County.
The 1-0 goes on away for ball 2. So Combs behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes.
Two outs here.
Combs winds a 2-0 pitch. Popped up. Will it stay playable? No, it'll go out of play for strike 1. 2-1 the count.
Base is empty. Breathitt County leading Wolfe County 1-0.
As Combs staring in at Turner, getting the sign. Wilson will call time and step out. Base is empty, so Combs going to go from the windup on the 2-1 pitch. He delivers, stays upstairs for ball 3. 3-1 the count to Wilson at the plate with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 4th.
So you're talking about a good camera angle on this.
From center field, yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, we talked about doing it. It's one thing we talked about. And there is on the 3-1 pitch, lined into the left center field gap. Breathitt County will cut it off and wasn't saying anything, but that's the first hit of the night for the Wolfe County Wolves. Comes in the top of the 4th with 2 outs.
And number 22, Jaden Molans, hitting .309.
And a courtesy runner for Wolfe County as Wilson, the catcher, will get a courtesy runner. It'll be Holland coming in.
Wolfe County, a runner at first.
So Molans at the plate with 2 outs and 1 on. Breathitt County still leading 1-0 at the moment. As Combs from the stretch sets and delivers. First pitch outside corner taken for strike 1. Yeah, James, you talked about that camera angle in center field. We've got that. We've got another camera angle as well, but I sometimes forget to switch when the ball goes in play.
Well,
so that's on me. As the 0-1 is swinging a miss from Molans for strike 2. So Combs quickly ahead, no balls, 2 strikes.
But it's just a clear picture. Rick Hensley handling some of the camera duties.
Not tonight. That one's stationary.
He was out there setting it up, though.
He helped set it up.
He set it up.
Him and Brandon Griffith.
He done the hard work setting this stuff up.
Absolutely. His 0-2 pitch. Runner goes. Swinging a miss for strike 3. And that's out number 3 here in the 4th. Wolfe County will strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Due up for Breathitt County. 6, 7, 8. That's Crisp, Cox, Combs. Bobcats lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
we go to the bottom of the fourth inning as Breathitt County has 6, 7, 8 coming to the plate. Bobcats with a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the fourth. They look and hope to add to that here as Crisp, who grounded into a double play in the first, looking for his first hit tonight.
We're in the fourth, right, as Steve said. Bobcats leading 1-0. Big-time game here, 55th District. Seeding implications on the line here in Jackson, Kentucky.
Yeah, the winner of this one will wind up with the number 1 seed in the district tournament as Crisp takes ball 1 to start the at-bat. Oliver still on the mound for Wolfe County. He winds the 1-0. This one's across for strike 1. Count goes even at a ball and a strike.
Eli Crisp, number 0, hitting .320.
He's looking at the right numbers.
Yes, just all bungled up her.
The 1-1 pitch fouled off third base side for strike 2. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That ball went right at Coach Justin Combs.
If you're watching YouTube, I know the counts and the outs and all that was a little bit behind everything. We're, like we said, first broadcast trying to get these bugs out as Crisp will swing at the 1-2 pitch upstairs for strike 3, and it's 1 up, 1 down for Breathitt County here in the fourth. So Cox to the plate with 1 down and the base is empty.
Reese Cox hitting, looks like Steve, .247 on the season.
Cox struck out in the second. Looking to get a 1-out rally going here in the fourth, and he'll take the first pitch inside for ball 1.
One ball, no strikes, 1 out.
1-0 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Breathitt County so far 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They've stranded 4. Wolfe County with 1 hit, and they've stranded 1. 1-1 pitch upstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, base is empty. We are in the bottom of the fourth.
Cox has 18 hits, 16 RBIs on the season. Bobcats like to get a runner on base.
Cox will lift this one in the left field, but going on and making the catch for out number 2 is Fallen. So base is still empty now, 2 down as Aiden Combs comes to the plate. He flied out the right field in the second as he's going to try to help the Bobcats start a 2-out rally.
Combs hitting .314 for Coach Justin Combs.
And he'll check swing for strike 1.
Base is empty.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Oliver, taking low and in for ball 1, count even at a ball and a strike. One pitch as Oliver winds, delivers a breaking ball, stays down. Combs will swing and chase for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Aiden Combs at the plate for the Bobcats. 2 outs, nobody on. Breathitt County still leading 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth as Oliver has his sign. He'll wind that 1-2. Ground ball to second. Evans goes over, cannot make the play, and it'll trickle into right field. That's the first error of the game on Wolfe County defensively.
Of course, Combs is 7th grader. Dylan Stacy hitting .275 for the Bobcats. An outstanding defensive outfielder.
So Combs at first with 2 outs. That's Aiden Combs. Stacy trying to keep a 2-out rally going. Oliver sets, checks the runner, delivers low and away for ball 1.
Bobcats now has a runner in Combs on first, and Turner on deck, Robbie Turner. His uncle Tim Gross is one of the assistant coaches for the Bobcats.
1-0 pitch, low and in for ball 2.
Of course, Tim Gross, one of the all-time greats on the basketball court for the Bobcats.
If I'm not mistaken, played baseball for Breathitt County as well.
He did.
Back in high school.
For 54 points versus Newport, 52 versus Madison Central his senior year.
2-0 count to Stacy at the plate as Oliver sets. He'll check the runner a few times, now delivers to the plate, and it'll be chopped foul by Stacy for strike 1.
1-0 here. Bottom of the 4th. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Breathitt County would love to add to that 1-0 lead. But they got to move the runners around when they get them on. They've had the bases loaded once and then stranded 2 more runners in scoring position another time. It's the 4. Because all 4 runners were stranded in scoring position for the Bobcats as Stacy, slow ground ball up the middle. Wisman fields, tosses to Evans at second for out number 3. We go to the top of the 5th. Wolfe County has 5, 6, 7 to the plate. Fallen, Holland, Wisman. Breathitt County leads 1-0. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Breathitt County leads 1-0 as we go to the top of the 5th. Due up for Wolfe County will be 5, 6, 7. That's Fallen, Holland, and Wisman as Breathitt County trying to keep Wolfe County where they are at 0. Combs has pitched well tonight, 52 pitches thus far, 31 strikes. He's only allowed a couple of base runners and nobody to score. As again, 5, 6, 7 coming up for Wolfe County here in the top of the 5th. Winner of this one will be the number 1 seed in the 55th District Tournament. Breathitt County will host said tournament coming up in about a week and a half. Again, 1-0 as we go to the top of the 5th. Not sure what the holdup necessarily is, except for, I see it now, Stacy coming in. Getting some shades to the left fielder, Richie. Sun just behind the press box here over top of the first base dugout, so it's going to be right into the left fielder's eyes. That's why they took the shades out to him. As Combs winds the first pitch to Fallen, swing and a miss for strike 1. Again, Fallen, Holland, Wisman for Wolfe County here in the top of the 5th. Fallen walked back in the second inning, was caught stealing out at second to end that inning, and he'll foul off the 0-1 here for strike 2. Count quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. As Combs winds, delivers, outside, ball 1. 1-2.
As the shade starts to come over.
And the 1-2 breaks too far away from the plate for ball 2. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the break-even pitch inside for ball 3.
The coaching staff wanted that strike.
They thought they had it, yeah.
Thought they had it.
Umpire says no. That's the opinion that counts. So full count to Fallen at the plate here. Combs winds the payoff pitch. Fallen will foul it off and keep the at-bat going. Still 3-2.
Bobcats trying to even the season series. Of course, Wolfe County won 4-3 last week.
Payoff pitch again from Combs. Here's a ground ball to third. A diving Howard cannot make the play. And Wolfe County, leadoff man aboard.
So the Wolfe County Wolves has a runner on first. Combs pitched a dandy of a game so far.
Yeah, Breathitt County would love to roll over a double play here.
Absolutely.
And erase the base runner. Squaring the bunt is Holland. He'll pull back, take ball 1.
Holland on the season hitting .288 for Wolfe County. And the lights are on here at the baseball complex.
So is the sun.
So is the sun. Plenty of light.
1-0 count to Holland at the plate. Combs delivers, and it's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Count even at a ball and a strike. Wait, is that 0-2 or 1-1? 0-2, I apologize. As the 0-2 now goes upstairs for ball 1.
No outs here in the top of the field.
Falling at first, they throw over, and he gets back safely for Wolfe County. Led off with a single here in the top of the 5th for the Wolves. So Wolfe County with a runner at first base. 1-2 the count to Holland. And it's a cross on the 1-2 pitch for strike 3. Hit the outer half of the plate. And that's out number 1 here in the top of the 5th for the Wolves. Is Wisman at the plate now for Wolfe County.
Number 34, Max Wisman, hitting .258 for the Wolves. Wisman also plays basketball for Robert Scott Creech.
Squares like he's going to bunt. Combs delivers as Wisman pulls back, takes strike 1. Yeah, I don't think Wisman is bunting either. I heard one of the coaches say he's not bunting. I really don't think he is in this situation as they throw to first and Fallen was actually hadn't even taken a lead yet. He's still standing on the bat.
Just in case he was thinking about it.
Just making sure we know where you are. Combs will set. Delivers the 0-1 upstairs for ball 1.
Don't see it often, do you?
No. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Runner at first for the Wolves. 1-0 Breathitt County in the 5th. Top of the 5th as Combs will set. Checks the runner, now delivers. Taken for ball 2. 2-1 to count.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah, looked good from here. Of course, Wolfe County disagrees.
Yep. Here's the 2-1 fouled off for strike 2. The runner went on a hit and run, and Wisman fouled it back. Runner goes back to first. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0 Breathitt County. Wolfe County hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities with runners on base. This is the 3rd time they've had a base runner tonight. As Combs sets, and Wisman will foul this off towards a car over at SES and dies just before it gets there.
That PT Cruiser almost got it over there.
Yes.
Nothing's safe. You're in the vicinity of a baseball field or softball.
No, that's why you don't park close. At least that's my philosophy, right, James?
Yeah, you park a mile down the road. I don't blame you.
2-2 pitch from Combs. Fouled off once again by Wisman. Count still 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But I am parked right beside of you, so yeah.
Yeah, hey, you're figuring it
Yeah,
out.
I'm figuring it out.
I might pull a little closer, unload some equipment, but I get out of there real quick.
Yes.
Now, other sports I might park close, but not baseball and softball. Combs again with the break-even pitch, a breaking ball. Got him looking, and that's out number 2 here in the top of the 5th for Wolfe County. Falling still at first for the Wolves. That'll bring Molans to the plate. Wolfe County 2 hits thus far, no runs.
Jaden Molans hitting .309. Or is that Truett Molans? That's Truett Molans hitting .263.
Sorry, wasn't looking at that part. I was checking something else, James, as they throw to first and falling back safely. Got a lot going on right here.
Yeah, a lot of screens going on in devices.
A lot of buttons and everything else.
A couple phones.
Yeah.
Taking notes too, yeah.
Combs will set. He checks the runner at first, delivers a breaking ball. Mullins way out in front on that one and swinging a miss for strike 1.
Wolfe County still has their runner at first and falling.
A 1 pitch from Combs. Across for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes at the plate for Molans with 2 outs. The county trying to strand another Wolfe County runner at first base. Combs with the sign. Fallen doesn't have much of a lead. He'll take off with the pitch. 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Gets by the catcher, but the batter stepped towards the dugout, and that's out number 3. He had his opportunity to go. Probably would have been safe at first had he took off, but as it is, that's out number 3 here in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom half. Breathitt County leading 1-0. Top of the lineup to the plate for the Bobcats. 1, 2, 3. That's Turner, Tincher, and Combs. We will take a 1-minute break. Be back in 1 minute. You're listening to and watching WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Breathitt County High School Baseball Complex as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And Breathitt County will have 1, 2, 3 coming to the plate. As the Bobcats look to add to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Wolfe County did strand another runner. They've got another hit at the top of the 5th, so no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 stranded thus far for the Wolves. As Breathitt County 1 run, 5 hits, no errors, 5 stranded for the Bobcats. And Robbie Turner going to lead off the bottom of the 5th. He's 1 for 2, a single in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd. Looking to get something going here in the 5th as Breathitt County would love to play add-on, a new pitcher for the Wolves, as that is Molans, who started out in center field.
Jay Molans' ERA is 2.17.
And I believe Voiles, did he go to center field?
One ball, 1 strike, no outs here. Bottom of the 5th.
And 1-1 taken for strike 2.
Like Steve said, Bobcats need to add some insurance.
1-2 pitch. Here's a ground ball to first. Oliver, who just went there off the mound, can't field it cleanly, and Turner will reach. I'm going to give that one as an error.
Up next for the Bobcats, number 12, Mr. Brady Tincher.
Brady Tincher, 32 runs, 32 hits, 15 RBIs, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 3 homers for Brady Tincher, number 12.
So runner at first for the Bobcats with nobody out. Last time they did that, they were able to play the run. The other time they stranded runners, they got runners on after 1 out. So Molans, again, coming in relief for Oliver, who pitched well through 4 innings, only gave up 1 run on 5 hits. Turner with a decent lead at first. Tincher line drive in the left field at a 1-hop to Fallon, and Breathitt County with the first 2 aboard here in the 5th.
Up next, number 32, senior, Mr. Andrew Combs.
Andrew Combs, 25 runs, 32 hits, 27 RBIs, a state-leading 11 home runs. Leads the state in homers, this young man does.
Going to get a pinch runner for Tincher out at first. 23 for Breathitt County. I don't have that player. Let me look at my pictures here of the roster that they had tonight. Get the name here just in a second.
Bobcats have runners at first and second.
I don't have him on that either. We'll dig here in just a second. So Andrew Combs trying to help the Bobcats extend their lead. Don't have the number anywhere. Don't know who that is. And I apologize. As Combs will take the first pitch for strike 1. Miles Holland.
Thank you all. 23 Miles Holland. Add him to the rosters.
We'll do it. The 0-1 upstairs to Andrew Combs for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Combs with nobody out. 2 on here for Breathitt County. Runners at first and second in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1, a swing and a miss for strike 2.
1-0 Bobcats up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here.
Molin sets. He'll kick the 1-2 to the plate. That one's taken low. Count goes even at 2-2. 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Breathitt County with that lead.
Bobcats trying to tack on some runs.
Got a runner in scoring position here, so chance to do that as Combs puts the ball in play, and did it hit the mound and then dribble? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it hit.
It hit the base runner. Okay, I got it. I was going to say, it didn't look like it was going to do that. So that's out number 1.
The game I mentioned last night, when Eric Davis hit for the cycle in '89, I watched Jack Clark get hit by a pitch like that too, running from second to third. First time I ever saw that. Of course, I was in 7th grade. Just a few years ago in '89.
First pitch to Isaac Bellamy, taken for strike 1.
Isaac Bellamy, 15 runs, 15 hits, 12 RBIs, 1 double, 1 homer, 9 stolen bases.
As the 0-1, now strike 2. 0-2 the count. Mullins quickly ahead there. They kind of got the first 2 batters aboard, but want to bring them in. They've not been able to do so yet. The 0-2 to Bellamy. Here's a chopper up the middle as Wisman will flip to second for out number 1. The throw to first is a little wide, so Bellamy will be safe at first, and Holland will go to third on the fielder's choice. So Howard a chance to bring Breathitt County, to bring the runner in from third for Breathitt County.
34 Howard, 9 runs, 9 hits, 8 RBIs, 5 doubles in limited action due to an injury early in the season.
First pitch to Howard, taken for ball 1. He's 1 for 2, singled in the first, struck out in the third, does have an RBI.
Bobcats has runners at the corners.
One 0 count to Howard at the plate. They step off, throw to first. Bellamy back in time. Wolfe County thinking Breathitt County might try to get something going on the base pass with the runners at the corners. Usually 2 outs. A little more hesitant to do that, as is the case here in the bottom of the 5th. Still 1-0 Breathitt County. Howard, a line drive right at Wisman at short, and that is out. Number 3, Breathitt County will strand a couple of runners. We go to the top of the 6th. 9-1-2 due up for Wolfe County. 1-0 Breathitt County. Back in 1 minute. This is WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Breathitt County leads 1-0 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Due up for Wolfe County is 9-1-2. That's Boyles, Evans, Oliver. As Breathitt County looking to keep Wolfe County's goose egg on the board. Been able to do that through 5 completes so far. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, 2 stranded for Wolfe County, 1 run, 6 hits, no errors, 7 stranded for Breathitt County through 5 complete. As we venture to the top of the 6th.
This will be a big win for the Bobcats if they can hang on. As the temperature starts to drop. -59 here.
Combs winds the first pitch to Voiles, taking low and away for ball 1.
And it feels 59.
Yeah. Here's the 1-0, taken for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So a hitter's count for Voiles here.
Voiles, 60 runs, 15 hits, 11 RBIs, 1 double.
2-0 is taken for strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. Voiles struck out in the 3rd. As Combs has the sign, delivers the 2-1 for strike 2. Two and 2 the count. Here's the break-even pitch. Taking low for ball 3, runs the count full.
Combs has pitched a great game. Well, of course, a shutout so far.
As the payoff pitch is going to be lifted into left field, it's going to be shallow left field for a leadoff single for Voiles. And Wolfe County will roll the top of the lineup to the plate with nobody out as Evans, who's 0 for 2 so far, comes up with the runner at first.
Richie got a late jump on that one. Wolfe County trying to get something started here, some offense generated.
Evans squares the bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1.
Bluegrass Show will be this Friday with Kevin Davison.
Evans squares the bunt. This time it's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Lance Turner and myself will be covering the Breathitt County softball game versus the Owsley County Lady Owls.
Breathitt County throws over to first. Voiles back in time. 1-1 count, nobody out. Evans at the plate for Wolfe County. They have a runner at first. Combs from the stretch. Runner goes, throw down to second. It's in time. They get him.
In time. What a throw.
And a 1-2 count at the plate. It's the second runner Turner has gunned down out at second here tonight. And that changes things here in the top of the 6th.
Yes, it does. That leadoff runner is gone now. One big out, and that was a big one.
Combs with the 1-2 pitch. Here's a ground ball to short. Bellamy stumbles but gets to play, and they out at first. And you hear one of the coaches saying, way to make it look difficult. That's just called making it look good, right?
As long as you get to the outs, yes. Any way you want to do it, he got it.
So now instead of a runner on, nobody out, it's bases empty, 2 down for Wolfe County.
Change the total complexion.
And Oliver at the plate for the Wolves as Combs winds the first pitch, and it's taken for a strike.
Oliver hitting .278, 21 runs, 20 hits, 13 RBIs, 3 doubles for Oliver.
The 0-1 is swinging a miss for strike 2.
Quickly.
Yes, Combs quickly ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. So Oliver at the plate, 2 down, base is empty. Combs with the sign, winds, delivers, swing and a miss for strike 3. So Wolfe County a leadoff single, then a caught stealing, and ground out, strikeout. Nothing for Wolfe County as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Breathitt County leads 1-0. Due up for the Bobcats, 6, 7, 8 in the lineup, as that will be Crisp, Cox, and Combs. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We go to the bottom of the 6th. Breathitt County with a 1-0 lead over Wolfe County. 6, 7, 8 coming to the plate for the Bobcats. That'll be Crisp, Cox, and Combs as Wolfe County. Top of the 6th started out really well for them, and then Breathitt County took over.
They sure did.
They gunned the runner down at second base. Defense able to get the second out, and then Combs got the third out with the strikeout at the plate to preserve a 1-0 lead over Wolfe County. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Breathitt County love to play add-on with that 1-0 lead. You know, you gotta feel 1 run could do it the way Combs is pitching,
yes,
but another run would make it feel better. First pitch to Crisp is taken for strike 1.
Never can get enough runs.
Would agree with that for the most part. And the 0-1 is taken for strike 2.
Steve, we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast how great the field looks this evening at the Breathitt County Baseball Complex.
The 0-2 is swinging a miss for strike 3. Catcher did drop the ball, so they'll have to throw down the first, and they do so for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for Breathitt County here in the bottom of the 6th as it'll be Ritchie batting for Cox. Cox, the DH, is just killing the DH here.
Number 5, Blake Ritchie, the senior for the Bobcats.
And he pops the bunt up foul, though, for strike 1.
Base is empty for the Bobcats.
So Molan's ahead, no balls, 1 strike. 1 out. 1-0 Breathitt County. And the 0-1 breaking ball, I thought looked good, but they say it's taken for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I thought it caught the corner, but
Kind of been consistent, which
Yes.
is what you ask for the umpire. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Actually, I said up the middle. It'll be the second. Evans will flip to first. Wow, just in time for out number 1.
on the underhand throw.
Well, when you're that close, you don't
Yeah,
want
it's
to throw
hard,
it
it's
too
hard,
high.
It's hard to judge that one.
Yep. So Aiden Combs at the plate.
Like a 10-foot shot in basketball, do you float it in or what do you do with it? You run it. That's the hardest shot in basketball is about the 8 to 10-foot jump shot.
Yep. So Molans will wind the first pitch to Aiden Combs. It'll hit the plate, taken for ball 1.
Combs, the 7th grader, he reached base his last at bat. Base is empty for the Bobcats.
Here's the 1-0, and it hits him.
On the elbow, I think.
Yeah.
And that hurts.
Combs has been dealing with a little bit of a leg injury and add that to it.
And that hurts. Young man, you know, if you even bump your elbow accidentally, it hurts.
You know, there's a funny bone in there somewhere
Well,
that
it
I don't
sure
know
hurts.
who named it that.
And there's nothing funny about it.
No, it hurts.
Like
Hurts and burns.
like following your tailbone. Man, talk about stinging.
Yeah, hopefully Combs, the 7th grader, will be okay.
You try to shake it off.
And it's the feeling back in that hand that,
Makes it
that
go.
you know, yeah.
Hopefully he'll be okay. I think so.
He's taking a batting glove off to kind of try to get it going. It looks like he's going to go on to first base. So 2 outs and a runner at first for the Bobcats. Combs does appear to be staying in the game as Dylan Stacy will come to the plate for Breathitt County.
Number 10, Dylan Stacy, 11 runs, 14 hits, 14 RBIs, 2 doubles, 2 triples for Stacy. Also plays football for the Bobcats. Bobcats leading 1-0 over Wolfe County. Bottom of the 6th. Coach Gross talking with Combs, trying to get him to stretch it out, his elbow and fingers.
So he's okay, and we're going to get back to action. Stacy digs in. Molin sits. Delivers, and Stacy swinging on the first pitch will lift this in the center field, and making the catch is Voiles for out number 3. We go to the top of the 7th. It is 1-0 Breathitt County. Bobcats are going to preserve that and take the victory. Due up for Wolfe County. 3, 4, 5 in the lineup. Wilson, Molans, Fallen. Back in 1 minute. This is WJSN Sports.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We go to the top of inning number 7. Breathitt County leading Wolfe County 1-0 as we go to the top of the 7th. And due up for Wolfe County will be 3, 4, 5, Wilson, Molans, and Fallen, as the Wolves are down to their final 3 outs.
Bobcats trying to pick up this big district win. Bobcats played well so far. Combs has pitched great for Breathitt County. Wolfe County's not played bad either.
No, really. I mean, they've only allowed 1 run for Breathitt County. Now, the Wolves have committed a couple of errors in the field, but it's 1-0 Breathitt County. You go to the top of the 7th. You got 3, 4, 5. Really, the heart of the lineup coming to the plate for the Wolves. Wilson's 1 for 2, singled in the 4th, flied out in the 1st. As again, Breathitt County looking to finish out a 1-0 game. Going to the top of the 7th. Combs winds, delivers. First pitch to Wilson, upstairs for ball 1.
The Wolfe County Wolves dugout getting animated.
1-0 stays outside, they say, for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
That was a close one.
Yeah, you could say that. Combs with the 2-0 pitch, fouled back out of play by Wilson for strike 1. 2-1 to count.
And, of course, no outs. First batter in the top of the 7th.
Wilson steps out, now back in. Combs with the sign. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball for strike 2.
Nice pitch back home.
Wilson kind of knew that one when he saw it. 2-2 the count. Wilson leading off the top of the 7th for Wolfe County. Winner gets the number 1 seed in the 55th District Tournament. Here's a ground ball to second. Aiden Combs goes to his knees to field, throws to first in time for out number 1.
Yeah, ball looks good on that one.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah,
Shows no ill effects there.
Well, I'm glad for the young man. No
Absolutely.
injury. Yeah.
So that's out number 1 here in the top of the 7th for Wolfe County. That'll bring Molans to the plate. 1 down, base is empty.
Jaden Molans hitting 309, 21 hits, 10 RBIs, 5 doubles, 2 triples, 16 stolen bases.
Combs, first pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. He had a lot of extra mustard on that one, did Combs?
Yes, he did. He has not shown any signs of a letdown throughout this game. Pitching strong.
Here's the 0-1. Lifted high in the left field. Sun in the eyes of the left fielder, but that's Richie going over, and he drops it again. Sun in the eyeballs, and that'll put the tying run in scoring position. Got 1 out, though, so really just focus on the guy at the plate. It's Fallen. Breathitt County's been able to erase some base runners for Wolfe County so far.
Falling, hitting 260, 13 runs, 13 hits, 11 RBIs.
He walked in the 2nd, singled in the 5th, which was right down that third base line. So he's officially 1 for 1 as Molans takes his lead out at 2nd. And Fallen, ground ball to short. Bellamy will have to hurry, gets it over for out number 2, but the runner does go to 3rd.
Bobcats 1 out away to get that number 1 seed in the 55th District Tournament next week.
So Holland at the plate, 0 for 2 so far tonight. Combs will go from the windup with the runner at 3rd. Wines delivers, fouled off for strike 1.
Molans, 5 hits, 9 RBIs, 2 doubles. Hitting 263 for the Wolfe County Wolves. Combs taking his time.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Combs quickly ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. tying run, potentially tying run at third base in Molands. Holland at the plate, 2 outs, 0-2 count. Breathitt County trying to close this out. The 0-2 delivery. Line drive to first. Tincher makes the catch for out number 3, and Breathitt County will come away with a 1-0 win over the Wolfe County Wolves.
A hard-fought 1-0 win, 1-0.
Get this scored real quick. Combs will pick up the win. Oliver takes the loss for the Wolves. And not going to take real long to kind of go down the stats. For Wolfe County, no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 3 stranded for the Wolves. For Breathitt County, 1 run that came in the first. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error, 8 stranded for the Bobcats. So, again, Breathitt County, you got to look at it and say, hey, we had opportunities to add to that 1-0 lead. Unable to do so, but you still, the 1 run was enough to finish it out and get the win for the Bobcats. So Breathitt County will be the number 1 seed when district tournament takes place in about a week and a half or so. As, again, 1-0. Wolfe County won the first game 4-3. Breathitt County wins this one 1-0. These two teams probably about as evenly matched as you can get.
Yes, they are. And Breathitt County will improve to 13-12. Wolfe County drops to 10-13 as the season winds down.
Next broadcast will be radio only tomorrow night, as the Breathitt County Lady Cats will take on the Lady Owls from Owsley County. At the moment, I believe the game's scheduled 6 o'clock.
As right now?
Some of that has changed.
Yes, we got to constantly check
baseball,
the websites.
softball, that's just the way it goes.
Yes, it is.
But anyway, that's Owsley County at Breathitt County softball tomorrow night. James and Lance will have the play-by-play. I'll step aside and let them take one tomorrow, and then actually 3 games next week. Wolfe County game, couple of Jackson City games, baseball, softball. We'll figure it out from there. So once again, final score tonight: Breathitt County defeats Wolfe County 1-0. 55th district action and regular season play. Breathitt County the 1 seed going into the 55th district tournament. So we're going to sign it off. For John Bunn and Lance Turner, say thank you, Kevin Davidson, for running the board for us back at the station. For my colleague to my right, James Turner, I'm Stephen Neese. God is good.
All the time.
Take it away, Kevin Davidson.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing.